Hey guys, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well. My name is Jessie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm on the road to 100 subscribers. Please like, share, and subscribe this video. Today, I'll be talking about how I am co-parenting in a mature way with my ex. As I had mentioned in my previous video, I did move out. I was in a toxic relationship in a way. I was in a toxic, it was toxic. Let me not deny it. It was toxic. That was my personal experience. It was toxic and I had to leave. And there was no growth. It was just like we were just stuck in this place. Like, it's almost like how my relationship started when I was in my 20s. That's where it stayed. So I had to leave when I got into my 30s and I was like, what am I doing? What where where am I going with this relationship? And I couldn't find an answer for myself. And so eventually like I did leave, although it took a lot in me to leave. But when I left, I knew that I wasn't going to be bitter. And if it came a time for me to feel like that bitterness is coming, I will find a way to deal with it without me projecting to my child's father or even my child. And so when I left, I knew that when it came to co-parenting, I would have to do it in a mature way. And doing it in a mature way, let me tell you, it's not the easiest. Honestly, it's not the easiest because my ex is not a mature person. He's not. Otherwise, he wouldn't be my ex. But I was learning and growing, okay? And I was maturing, I was growing. So, in a way, I knew there were some instances where I knew that we'll butt heads a little. And I needed to come up with a plan on how I would be able to overcome that. So, one of the ways is that I, one of the ways I did that was not caring about him. That's number one. Did not care about him. I only care about him as a father, not as a person in my life. Yeah. I care about him as a father. In fact, I love him as a father. And I love who he is to my child. And I knew that I am seeing him not as my ex, but as my child's father, which makes things a lot more easier because I was not getting confused about the role that he's actually playing. So he has one specific role in my life, which is to be my child's father. And that's it. As a boyfriend, that did not work out. As a partner, that did not work out for me. And it's okay. And things can happen like that. So and there's no way to actually like even fight it. I just allowed him to be whoever he is, and all his good and all his flaws, and trying not to control. Because the whole reason why I was trying to control is because I was avoiding getting hurt because I was in a relationship with him. But now I don't have to do that. So, because I don't care about him being my boyfriend or my partner anymore. If he wanted to do that, he would. There's nothing stopping him. Do you get? There's nothing stopping him from being my like a part of my life, but he's not. He's a part of my child's life. And so I was not going to confuse the two roles. The two roles. Okay? So that was number one. Number two is Prioritizing what is important. Let me tell you that that takes a lot of maturity to know what is important in a situation. Like being able to prioritize, like my child is the one who comes first and on the same we are both on the same team. Am I gonna get mad at the little things that don't even matter to me? No, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm not looking at whatever is currently happening, right? If it's a pattern, then because like I have to speak up and say something about it. But as long as it's not life or death, I just let it go. I just let it go because it's not a priority to me. My priority is my child grows up knowing her dad and having her dad in her life and having a peaceful home and knowing that both me and her dad can be able to both me and her dad can be able to um watch her together, like raise her together without any conflict, without any tension. And that takes a lot of maturity because at the end of the day, if she's well taken care of, she's at peace. My daughter has type 1 diabetes. Her blood sugars are good. She's happy. Um she's well fed. She's clean. Um Everything else can wait. So like if it's like, to be honest, my child's father has keys to my house. And that's because he needs access to some of her supplies for diabetes in case there was an emergency and he doesn't have any in his house and I'm at work. He can go to my house and pick them up. Okay? He can go to my house and pick them up. Like let's say he was it's during the holiday and because I am very sleep supportive. So if my child is sleeping and there's no reason for her to get up, like she's not going to school, she doesn't have an appointment that day, and she's just at home chilling probably, like on the weekends or during holidays. If my child is sleeping, best believe I am not waking her up for anything. So I'm not waking her up to get her ready, get her to eat so that she can go to her dad's house because it's his day to watch her or I am going to work. No. Her dad comes just comes to the house, waits for her to get up. He knows where all the like the food is for her. And he'll make her breakfast. And sometimes they can even chill in the house. Either they wait for me or they'll just go to his house. Don't really care. Don't really care. As long as it's not me having to stay with him in my house, I don't care. He can stay with his daughter at her house, which is my house. She can stay at my house and his house. I don't care wherever she is as long as she's safe. So I don't make a big deal out of that. So yeah, it takes a lot of maturity, especially especially for someone who hurt me, like emotionally, even physically. There was that one time. But emotionally toxic, mentally toxic. But but being able to be that mature to a point where like he has keys to my house and can come watch his daughter takes a lot takes a lot of emotional maturity and a lot of emotional growth that had to happen within the last like almost 4 years now, because I started my healing journey 3.5 years ago, November 2022. Right now we're in March. So a lot of growth has happened in my life, And that's part of it, like being able to prioritize what is important and what is urgent, and know that what matters is my daughter is okay. Yeah, that has that has that has been a journey. That has. Oh, and the other thing is, the third thing is putting my pride down. No, mm, how do I put this? Another thing that I had to make adjustment to my life after I left, and I remember seeing this in a video, is that even though someone said that even though parents are separated, like the kids' parents are separated, it doesn't mean that they can like every child deserves to have their mom and dad doing things together. Like everybody needs to have their parents together so that they can celebrate whatever is going on, not going on in their life. If it's a birthday, every child deserves to have their parents together, like in such instances, or if it's like a vacation or something like that. So for me, put my pride down. Put that one is hard, because when I have to do things together with my ex, I have to be like, oh, the main focus is Carito. And sometimes my emotions, they will come up where I am hurt and I don't want to be around this person, or like I want to bring up like what he did in a relationship, but then I constantly have to remind myself that we are there for my child. So we get to do things together with our child. So if it's like vacation, like last year our summer vacation, we still went together even though we had just like broken up like that, like 3 months before that's when I had moved out. 3 months before that's when I had moved out. So we went on a vacation together. And then when it came to her birthday, we went on a mini vacation together, like a weekend getaway together. And we were supposed to do another getaway, but he couldn't get his shit together. Not because that I was bitter or anything like that. It's him who had. I told him he's the one who has to be planning those things, and we just show up. So he failed on his part, not because like I wasn't available or we couldn't talk to each other or anything like that, or there was a lot of tension between us. It was his problem. And even like this summer, we're still gonna go to vacation together as a family, because my daughter deserves that, because she deserves to be celebrated by both parents at the same time, not that she's supposed to have like one vacation with one parent and then another vacation with the other parents, like she doesn't she doesn't need to go through all that. No, she can have a vacation where her two mature parents can come together, and it can be about her, can be about her, not about them and what happened between them and why things didn't work out. Yeah, that's another thing. And honestly, it hasn't been the easiest journey, but those are some of the tips that I would give. If it's, if you're out there co-parenting, maybe you can learn a thing or two from this video. And yeah, again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Oh no, we learn, we grow, and we are thriving. We are learning, we are growing, and we are thriving every single day, and we are doing our best. And while you're here, you're loved, you're valued, and the world is a better place with you in it. Thank you.